Hello friends, welcome back in a ROSE project. This project is conducted by Rayat Shikshan Sanstha's Sadhguru Gadge Maharaj College, Karad. My name is Jagtap SR. My subject is physics. Currently, we are discussing a chapter, oscillations. In today's lecture, we are going to discuss about energy of particle performing SHM, and the second point is simple pendulum. Now the first point is energy of the particle performing simple harmonic motion. Let P be the particle at a distance x from its mean position. M be the mass of the particle. Now the first point is expression for the kinetic energy. We know that instantaneous velocity at a distance x is given by v is equal to omega under root a square minus x square. The kinetic energy of the particle performing the simple harmonic motion is kinetic energy is equal to 1 by 2 mv square. Putting the value of velocity, we can write here 1 by 2 m omega square in bracket a square minus x square. But we know that m omega square is equal to k, that is constant. Therefore, kinetic energy is 1 by 2 k in bracket a square minus x square. Also, we know that at a time t, that is at any instant, velocity v is equal to omega a cos omega t plus phi. Therefore, formula of the kinetic energy is equal to 1 by 2 m omega square a square cos square omega t plus phi. Now talking about the potential energy, consider a particle of mass m performing simple harmonic motion at a distance x. Then a restoring force acting on it is given by F is equal to minus kx. This is the equation number first. Suppose that the particle is displaced further by an infinitesimal small displacement dx against the restoring force. The work done during the displacement dx is, as the displacement is very small, then work is also very small. dw is equal to minus f into dx. We know that f is equal to minus kx, therefore dw is equal to kx into dx. The total work done in moving the particle from mean position through a distance x will be w is equal to integration of dw from 0 to x. Putting the value of dw, we can write here integration 0 to x kx into dx. Now we know that k is constant. Taking the constant outside the integration, we can write here w is equal to k integration 0 to x into dx. We know that the integration of x is x square divided by 2. Therefore, we can write here w is equal to k x square divided by 2 from lower limit 0 to the upper limit x. Now putting the values of the lower limit and upper limit, we can write here k divided by 2 x square minus value of the lower limit is 0. Therefore, work done is equal to 1 by 2 k x square. This work done is stored in the form of potential energy. Therefore, potential energy is equal to 1 by 2 k x square. We know that k is equal to m omega square. Therefore, potential energy is equal to 1 by 2 m omega square x square. At any instant, we know that x is equal to a sine omega t plus phi. Therefore, we know that potential energy is equal to 1 by 2 kx square Putting the value of x, we can write here 1 by 2 m omega square a square sine square omega t plus 5. Now, the third point is expression for total energy. We know that total energy is kinetic energy plus potential energy. As kinetic energy is equal to 1 by 2 k in bracket a square minus x square, and potential energy is 1 by 2 k x square. Therefore, total energy is kinetic energy plus potential energy. So, total energy E is equal to 1 by 2 k in bracket a square minus x square bracket complete plus 1 by 2 k x square. So finally I can write here the total energy is equal to 1 by 2 k a square. We know that k is equal to m omega square. So we can write here total energy is equal to 1 by 2 m omega square a square. As we know that the Vmax is equal to omega into A, therefore total energy is equal to m Vmax square. Also we know that omega is equal to 2 pi n, therefore putting the value of the omega in above equation, we can write here total energy is equal to 1 by 2 in bracket 2 pi n bracket complete bracket square m a square. So finally I can write here 2 pi square n square m a square. That is total energy of a particle performing simple harmonic motion is directly proportional to the square of amplitude, directly proportional to the frequency, directly proportional to the square of frequency, and directly proportional to the mass of a particle. Now the next point is conservation of energy in a linear SHM. When the particle is at main position x is equal to 0, kinetic energy is equal to 1 by 2 m omega square a square. Putting the value of x is here, so finally I can write here 1 by 2 m omega square a square. And the potential energy, putting the value of x is equal to 0, so potential energy is equal to 0. Therefore total energy is kinetic energy plus potential energy, so we can write here total energy is equal to 1 by 2 m omega square a square. This is the equation number first. Now when the particle is at extreme position x is equal to a, putting the value of a is here, so we can write here a square minus x a square is equal to 0, that is kinetic energy is 0 at extreme position. And the putting the value of x is equal to a in a potential energy, we can write here potential energy is equal to 1 by 2 m omega square a square. As total energy is summation of potential energy plus kinetic energy, so we can write here total energy is equal to 1 by 2 m omega square a square. This is equation number second. From equation number first and from equation number second, it is conclude that the total energy of the particle performing SHM is conserved or constant. There are some special cases when the distance x is equal to plus or minus a divided by root 2. At that condition, kinetic energy is equal to potential energy. At a distance x is equal to plus or minus a divided by 2, the kinetic energy is equal to 3 times potential energy. That is, out of total energy at a distance x is equal to plus or minus a by 2, kinetic energy is 75% and potential energy is 25%. This is the graph of the variation of the kinetic energy and potential energy with a distance, and this line is a total energy of a particle performing simple harmonic motion, and this line is constant. When the particle starts from extreme position to the main position, it happens that the kinetic energy goes on increasing, but potential energy goes on decreasing. With the particle at mean position, potential energy is 0, but maximum value of the kinetic energy. When the particle goes toward the another extreme point, its kinetic energy goes on decreases, but its potential energy goes on increases. When the particle at extreme position, kinetic energy is equal to 0, but total amount of the energy is only potential energy. Now the next point is simple pendulum. Ideal concept of simple pendulum is an ideal simple pendulum is defined as a heavy point mass suspended by weightless, inextensible and twistless string from perfectly rigid support. It is impossible to maintain such a ideal simple pendulum. The practical simple pendulum is defined as a small heavy sphere, that is the bob, suspended by a light and inextensible string from rigid support. This is the schematic diagram for the motion of the simple pendulum. Now we are discussing a motion of a bob of a simple pendulum in simple harmonic motion. Consider a simple pendulum of mass m and length L such that length capital L is equal to small l plus r, where small l be the length of the string and r be the radius of the bob. Let OA be the initial position of the pendulum and OB be the instantaneous position when the string makes an angle theta with a vertical. In displaced position, the two forces are acting on the bob. The first is gravitational force, that is weight in a downward direction. This is the weight in a downward direction. And second force is tension in a string. This is the tension in a string in upward direction. Not exactly upward, but is toward the point of suspension from the rigid support. Now the weight can be resolved into the two rectangular components. The radial component mg cos theta along the OB line and tangential component mg sin theta perpendicular to the OB and directed toward the main position. Out of this, mg cos theta is balanced by the tension in a string, while mg sin theta provides the restoring force. Therefore, F is equal to minus mg sin theta. Negative sign shows that the force and angular displacements are oppositely directed. If theta is very small, then we can write here sin theta is nearly equal to theta, such that theta is equal to x divided by L. So we can write here, instead of sin theta, we can write here theta, and theta is equal to, from diagram, x divided by L, putting the value of theta in this equation. So we can write here F is equal to minus mg x divided by L. This is equation number first. As mg and L are constant, therefore we can write here F is directly proportional to the minus x. As force is directly proportional to the displacement and its direction opposite to the displacement, hence the motion of the bob of a simple pendulum is a simple harmonic motion. Now the next point is expression for the time period. As we know that the t is equal to 2 pi divided by omega. Omega is nothing but acceleration per unit displacement. From equation first, we can write here F is equal to mgx divided by L. We know that force is equal to mass into acceleration, so ma is equal to mgx divided by L. Gets cancelled, we can write here a divided by x, that is shifting the x toward the left hand side. We can write here a divided by x is equal to g divided by L. as a divided by x, this is nothing but the acceleration per unit displacement. So we can write here t is equal to 2 pi under root 2 pi divided by under root g divided by L. So rearranging the terms, we can write here t is equal to 2 pi under root L divided by g. This is the equation number 3rd, and this is the equation for the time period of simple pendulum. T is equal to 2 pi under root L divided by g. Now the last point of the today's lecture is seconds pendulum. A simple pendulum whose time period is 2 seconds is called as a seconds pendulum. We know that t is equal to 2 pi under root L divided by g. Therefore, for the second pendulum, time period is 2 seconds. So we can write here 2 is equal to 2 pi under root L divided by g. 2 gets cancelled. We can write here, and taking the square on the both side, we can write here L is equal to g divided by pi square. The length of the second pendulum on Earth's surface is given by, as we know that value of the g is 9.8 and pi value of the pi is 3.142. Taking the square, we can write here L is equal to 0.9926, which is nearly equal to the 1 meter. That is, for a seconds pendulum, length of the simple pendulum is about 1 meter. Thank you very much.